we got on the scene about an hour ago. We were here. We weren't entirely certain at the time where the subject was. He did turn himself in about 30 minutes ago at a local law firm to law enforcement officers with the FBI and the Conway Police Department.
And what is he under arrest for?
Sure. So he is being charged out of the D.C. District Courts for acts that he committed on January 6, 2021 in our nation's capital.
And what do we know so far of what he's being charged with on that day?
Sure. So according to the complaint, he attacked a police officer with an American flag outside of the Capitol, and that complaint is available online for you to review.
Do we know if he went there with anyone else in Conway? Was he traveling in a group?
That's a great question. We don't know that. We are still actively investigating parts of this, but obviously we are taking action on these allegations very quickly while we are still following up on those issues.
Are you able to elaborate on what's going on inside his house right now in terms of the things you all are looking for?
Sure. So what we are doing right now is we are conducting a federal search. We do have a warrant for his arrest or for his house, so we will be searching his house for any kind of evidence that ties him in to those events of January 6, 2021.
Now, is this something where was there a tip that was given, or was this scouring social media? How did this lead you guys here?
We're doing all of that. In fact, that's probably one of the most important things, and the most important message I can get out today is every time we're putting out those seeking information posters, we are getting thousands upon thousands of tips, and it is important that the public continue providing us with those tips because we are able to action them very quickly.
Right. Have you noticed that because people are aware that the FBI and other police agencies are checking social media, that you're seeing some of that stuff come down? Are you guys still able to get that, even if it's been scraped?
So we're still scouring social media for anything that we can find. There's great stories out of Virginia about some individuals out there that were arrested because of things that they posted on their own social media accounts. So we're doing all of that.
How unique is this situation? I'm sure you guys have done a lot of investigations, but it wasn't always as easy to just go to their social media page. How different is this from other investigations?
One of the things that's most unique about this, especially for us as an agency, is just how quickly we are moving on this, and I think that should be an indication to the public, and more importantly to our subjects, how serious we are taking what happened on January 6, 2021. For us, this is not about politics. This is all about people who broke federal law and attacked our capital.
Are you guys preparing for this weekend? There's been some thoughts or some idea that there's going to be some kind of protest here in Arkansas at the state capitol. Will this relate to any of that?
I can't say whether this will relate to any of that. What I can say in terms of our preparations for this weekend is that we have been meeting with our state and local partners almost on a daily basis, providing them with intelligence briefings on what we know. They're providing us with briefings on what they know so that we can coordinate an appropriate response, for some of the things that we have seen coming out that may occur this weekend.
And do you have a message for our Kansans that may be considering going out to the state capitol this weekend after your experience here?
Absolutely. It is our job to protect the public. If you want to go to the Capitol and you want to protest peacefully, please do. We have no problem with that. What we have an issue with are people that violate and break federal law and state law. And especially in regards to what happened on January 6, 2021, if you broke federal law on that day, you should anticipate that federal agents are going to show up at your house, and what you see behind me is what you're going to see outside of your house.
And then do we know if he had any other prior criminal record?
I'm not going to comment on that.
When you said a local law firm, were you able to specify where exactly it was that he turned himself in at?
For their protection, I'm not going to.
Okay.
They were cooperating with us, and I want to, thank them for that for one, but I also don't want to cause them any problems for doing what they did, because they did the right thing.
Where is he being held?
So he will be held overnight in Pulaski County, and he should have an initial appearance tomorrow. All of these cases are being prosecuted out of D.C., so I don't know if they will seek extradition and have him go out there at some point. for hearings. That is likely, but I don't know what the time frame on that would be at this point.
But just as somebody who is in law enforcement, to see this man beating a fellow member of law enforcement over the head with a flagpole, how does that strike you?
It's upsetting. It's upsetting as a citizen to see people aggressively attacking our law enforcement officers who were really there that day protecting our nation's capital and doing their job. With that said, we are not treating him any differently than we would treat any other subject.